Hey, this is Zeb Wells. Check out Mr. Comics 89.
Good day, everyone. Mr. Comics 89 here for Comic Collector's Corner podcast. This is my ASM review show. I apologize for everyone watching on YouTube and listening to my podcast. This is so late. These comics were part of the whole mail-in issues that I get that just took forever to finally arrive. So my memory recall is just a little bit fuzzy, so I apologize as I go over these issues here. But we're going over Amazing Spider-Man number 27, 28, 29, Legacy 921 to 923. So let's get right to it, shall we? We're going to start with Amazing Spider-Man number 27, homage cover of ASM 55. I believe the artist, without looking at it, was McGinnis. Yep, Ed McGinnis, penciler, Mark Farmer, inker, Zeb Wells, writer, Marco Martinez, colorist. All right, I'm gonna try not to go over it as much, just because, like I said, it's more just kind of talk over it and give my general opinions. So if you're normally listen to this and you haven't read the issues, you want a full count, I apologize. This won't be that. We open up with Black Cat, Spider-Man swinging over the city. She's just trying to get Peter's mind off of Miss Marvel's death, the previous issue. Something that's not working out very well, it turns out. But even though Black Cat paid the Shocker to, I think at least it looked like he paid the Shocker. Well, maybe not, but still, not getting his mind off very well. Peter's just a little oversensitive. But back at Oscorp, Norman Osborn's going over Miss Marvel's death himself in his mind. We see the Red Goblin in his mind. We see Peter, after a long day of web swinging, going back to his apartment to crash with Miss Marvel's mask. We see Doc Ock's old arms going through the window, trying to wake him up before going back away, and Doc Ock corners his old arms because apparently Doc Ock's old arms have mind of their own, and he captures them and looks like he's talking to him and torturing his old arms, while his new arms, these little machines here, are kind of cool, actually. I know some people have complained about Doc Ock's new arms. I couldn't find any fault with them, and here's my thinking. Doc Ock's signature weapon, his accomplishment, is his arms, correct? He is known for his arms. Are you telling me that... We'll put it in car terms. Henry Ford invented the Model T. Did cars stop with the Model T? No, we have the Ferrari today, the Lamborghini today. Cars advance, models progress every single year. Why would Doc Ock not advance his arms as well? I would. I'd upgrade my arms. If they were my signature weapon and my primary weapon, I'd be updating my arms all the time with the latest technology. Back to the story. Peter shows up at Oscorp. Norman staring at the Gold Goblin, remembering the death of the Queen Goblin in the month before. Heart-to-heart talk, about Norman's guilt, I guess. And like I said, I don't fully remember, but Peter basically saying he kind of trusts. I believe he said he kind of trusts him, or that he's here for him at the very least. Ravencroft, we see two scientists or guys talking, and a Queen Goblin busting out. Apparently she's not dead after all. J. Jonah Jameson across town is upset about him looking like a fool on the cover of the New York Bulletin. And here's a knock at the door. In the middle of his yelling, he opens it up and finds Doc Ock's arms. that were carrying him around in the front picture of the newspaper. All right. Cover art is pretty good. I mean, I don't quite like how Peter looks. He looks a little too babyish, in my opinion. You know, Peter has a baby face in this issue. I don't quite like how the faces look, but this was a perfect what's the term I'm looking for? It's not a part of the story arc, but it's a gap issue. It's perfect. It's a perfect palette cleanser. There you go. Also that palette cleanser. This was the beginning of between a small story arc in between the bigger story arcs. I found no fault with this issue. It was neither extremely great or horrible. I enjoyed the artwork. I like Doc Ock's look. I like his new arms. And yep, I would give this issue ASM 27. I'd give this issue a solid B. Perfect B, in my opinion. You know, doesn't deserve that A status, I find, but it's definitely not a lower, barely passing book, in my opinion. All right. That's number 27. Moving on to Amazing Spider-Man, issue number 28. I remember these issues just a little bit better because they were recent, and I got them recently here last week. Finally, All right. Again, writer Zeb Wells, Ed McGuinness penciler, Mark Farmer inker, and Marco Martinez colorist. Doc Ock. Jameson's running through Oscorp Parker, screaming, "I need to see Parker! Get out of the way!" And then look what they, with the Doc's arms in a shopping cart. Excuse me. Look what they did to the arms. Peter, Norman, you have to fix this. Norman's like, excuse me, we're not fixing Dr. Octopus's arms. Get them out of here. Peter is basically siding with Jonah that these arms are acting autonomously and that they saved his life. As Spider-Man, that we can at least try to help them. Norman reluctantly goes to help. Meanwhile, Craven and Ock are talking. Doc's explaining his arms a little bit more. Craven's mentioning, he's talking about his hunt for the spider. And he basically leaves reluctantly with Ock almost forcing him out with his little octoids. Craven had a 2-page appearance basically, and the reason he was here was because he's a new comic book day. Because he stole something needed for Ock to make the arms work, apparently. Peter is emerging to talk to Jonah. They've finished fixing the arms. Norman powers them up, and they turn a little bit savage. Because it turns out they were used as a Trojan horse for Doc Ock to get into Oscorp systems or the Oscorp building. He starts strolling into the office. Sorry, I got a text message distracted me. Strolling through the office, or the lobby, should I say. And these little comments here as he's walking past him as these little octoids of his arms. Like, hey, it's on my computer. It's emailing my ex. Get him off me. One went up my leg. It's just, I'm like, oh God, one went up my leg. It's just funny as hell. Doc Ock breaks open the door to the laboratory where he's attacked by Spider-Man's bug glider. And the fight begins between Doc Ock and him. Peter quickly loses the bug, wondering why the hell he keeps rebuilding it. He ends up, fight. A little bit of trouble, buys a little bit of time. Norman with the green gold goblin comes, but Norman's systems were hacked by Doc Ock after he came into possession of the spider bombs. And so looks like Spider-Man's knocked out or choked out, left at Oscorp while Otto takes the Gold Goblin, however, referring to him as Goblin King, leaving people like me to think that he's remembering enough of his lost time as the Superior Spider-Man, getting some memories back that he knows something's up. He knows Norman was the Goblin King. That he didn't forget that you did to me, Goblin King, what you took from me. Imagine what I will take from you. To be continued. The only other thing about this issue was I got my third letter to the editor published in this issue. So I've had 3 issues that I've written to Marvel, or written letters I've written to Marvel published here now. So I'm super excited. I love having my getting issues in here. I can have history with my favorite comic book. I enjoy this issue a lot. The fight between Spider-Man and Otto and Norman. Love the little arms. That funny scene of Ock walking through the lobby and those little arms like spiders or mice scurrying about and doing things to people is funny as hell. I would give this issue better than the last issue. I would give this one an A-, just because it was fun. It was promising that Otto's remembering stuff. He has plans for Norman. It was a very fun issue. Definitely a lot of fun. All right. The only cover that doesn't match is this one. Amazing Spider-Man number 29. The other 2 had a pattern kind of to it that were more goofy or fun in a way. This one reminded me of a kind of Neo Todd McFarlane kind of a thing. The way the webs are, Spider-Man crouching like that. Although the torn suit that that you notice here definitely shows Spider-Man in the fight over something. All right, writer, artist, all that are the same. Spider-Man comes to under the arms of J. Jonah Jameson and the old Spider or Dr. Octopus arms in a AF-15 homage cover. That one's funny. I like that artwork. It's just really fun. Although Jonah's tie has a little too much starch in it. It's a little too stiff. Otherwise, it's completely believable, in my opinion. It's just kind of funny. Although I wonder why Spider-Man or Peter would be freaking out and screaming, "Ah!" It's not like he's that scared of heights. Deposited in looks like someone's apartment building, either Jonah's or Peter's. He's saying that Otto has Norman. We see the next page here. Memories of a screen, basically a Green Goblin talking to somebody. Talking what appear to be Otto, saying that take everything from you. Where you built your arms, where you built your inventions, the house you grew up in. Where you had your accident, the bottling plant that I saved all the people from being blown up. We see a picture of Superior Spider-Man there, and those metal arms based on your old designs. Easy to hijack for a real genius. Then we see Norman coming to after Otto's had given him enough. That Norman's like, those are your memories. Yes, memories, a reminder of what you took from me. He's been on a journey of self-discovery, tinkering with the Beyond Corporation, tech from Parker Industries. Just trying to piece back his memory, I believe, by the looks of it. He's just trying to. One of the things he's trying to do, I guess, is to shame Norman, or have Norman admit, shame, which he does willingly and surprises Otto. And almost like, oh, I wasn't planning on happening this soon. Well, let's get to work, shall we? On more stuff. Back at wherever Spider-Man and Jonah are. That they're just talking. He's trying to find that he has to. Ock has to have a hideout, but where? And that those arms must have some idea where he is. That he needs to figure it out. But the arms look like the arms are trying to latch in on him. For that Spider-Man's getting aggravated, trying to keep him off him, but he's just realizing when he sees the inside of the arms that looks like there's a spinal interface. That's how he connects the nervous system to the arms. Jonah's asking if the arms want to connect with him. It should be flattering, I guess, right, Spider-Man? We see a little brief couple pages of Rick Rapp, making his appearance. I'm out of Dark Web and ASM again. Cool. Don't know why those are just randomly thrown in there, but whatever. Norman basically trying to figure out Norman's master plan, because there's no way he can truly be reformed or trying to do good, right? Just trying to find out what is he hiding, so he can blow it up in front of you. I want to destroy what you care about. Or destroy what you care about. Back in front of Peter and Jonah, which that ink is not as well done in this page as it was on the others, looks like. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Peter's worried about reconnecting with the arms, because last time he connected with Otto's tech, Otto took over, and he's just worried about that happening again. So, but he puts on the arms, and after he spray paints them with the design, he out the window to find Norman. Otto is meanwhile yelling at Norman, you're a fraud. Show me the goblin. That the guy, Norman's saying the goblin's gone. He's changed. Why can't you accept that? And Norman's like, because I wasn't allowed to change. But then he's also, but when he says that, he's like, why did I say that? Did he try to? Is that what he's forgotten, that he tried to change? And then never mind. I'm not here for he's not here for self-reflection. But then he turns back his attention. If you truly freed yourself of the goblin, then that's what he's going to take from Norman. He's going to take Norman's freedom from the goblin, and give it back. He brings out his goblin formula, or the thing that he opens up. Turns out it's a needle with his goblin formula in it. And what does he do with it? He's gonna take back. He's gonna take Norman's peace of mind and make him the goblin again. So supposedly that's what it looks like. He's gonna make it. It looks like we're gonna see the Green Goblin again. I love this. I love the reflection here of Norman and Osborn, or Norman and Otto. The relationship between those two of Green Goblin and Doc Ock are Spider-Man's two biggest enemies, in my opinion. That This whole thing of even the villains don't believe Norman's a good guy, that he's hiding something, he's playing the long game or whatever, and just the whole, fine, you might have changed, but I'm still gonna take what you care about, and I'm gonna take that away from you. I'm gonna force you to be force you to be what you don't want to be. So this issue's only gotten better. I cannot wait for this last issue to see truly how. If it ends next issue, great. I cannot wait to see how it ends. I give this issue number 29. I'm gonna give it an A. I don't think it's quite an A plus. It's missing something. I just don't know what to put my thumb on, but it's a solid A. So there you have it. Amazing Spider-Man 27, 28, 29. B plus, A minus, and A grades. It just kept on getting better in my opinion. I cannot wait for the next issue. So, hope you guys enjoyed the little video here. I apologize for my reviews being so late. I apologize they are worse than the last ones I've done. I've been trying to make this video for a week and a half, 2 weeks. I didn't have the books or I was too busy. And so I finally had time to do it, and now I'm getting it done. So, take care, everyone. Be sure and like, subscribe to my channel, Mr. Comics 89 on YouTube. Giving away at FF49 first full appearance of Galactus when I reach 1,000 subscribers, which isn't that far away. So sub me up and get a chance to win. So take care, everyone. I'll see you guys next time on my next review of Amazing Spider-Man. Take care and happy collecting.